The first thing no one noticed was the stillness, not the soothing kind that welcomes you home, but something heavier, unnatural. It clung to the air like a held breath, as if the walls themselves were waiting. It was exactly 6:43 p.m. He remembered the time clearly because he'd glanced at the soft blue glow of the dashboard clock just as he pulled into the driveway. His hand stayed clamped around the steering wheel, knuckles blanched, fingers locked. The engine idled beneath him, its low rumble filling the silence as he remained motionless for nearly 8 minutes. He didn't know what held him there, only that something inside him refused to move. That kind of hesitation wasn't like him. But then again, lately, nothing had felt quite right. From where he sat, he thought he caught a sound, soft laughter, faint, filtered through the closed windows of the house. It floated out like a secret not meant for him. That immediately struck him as odd. They hadn't planned for any visitors. He stepped in through the garage and paused in the dimness. The living room TV was blaring at an almost painful volume, not like someone watching a show, but more like an attempt to drown out other sounds. Upstairs, quick footsteps echoed across the floor, followed by the deliberate click of a door closing, not slammed, but shut with purpose. Then she appeared, Elise, at the top of the stairs, a towel wrapped around her and a large hoodie he didn't recognize thrown over it. Her damp hair was twisted into a messy bun, carelessly done. The shorts she had on were ones he hadn't seen in the laundry in a long time. Her cheeks were flushed, but not in the way that came from a run. She smiled casually, like everything was perfectly normal. "Hey, babe," she greeted breezily, brushing past him without a pause. "You're home early." He wasn't. He was right on time. Noah followed her into the kitchen, his steps measured and slow. She opened the refrigerator, pulled out a bottle of water, and drank deeply before finally turning to face him. Her expression held amusement, not concern. "Everything okay?" she asked, as though he were the one acting strangely. He nodded but remained silent. His eyes followed her every gesture. Over the years, he'd learned all her subtle tells, the way she nibbled on the inside of her cheek when she lied, the slight lift in her tone when she was anxious. But tonight, she was unnervingly composed. Too composed. His gaze dropped to her wrist. The skin there was marked with the faint outline of something once worn. "Where's your fitness tracker?" he asked. She looked down, paused just a beat too long. "Oh. I left it at that new gym on ETH, she replied. "Jen told me about it." Jen had moved to Denver 6 months ago. Noah just gave a slight nod. He didn't challenge the lie. Sometimes silence does more damage, it gives the truth room to show itself. "You're being weird," Elise said, a faint crease forming between her brows. "What's going on?" "I saw someone," Noah said quietly, his voice calm and unwavering. "Out by the back gate. Looked like they'd just left." She froze, but only for a heartbeat. Then came a laugh, forced and off-key. "You're imagining things. There's no one here." The house carried the scent of cologne, one he didn't use. The upstairs bathroom fan was still humming. Her flushed skin, unfamiliar clothing, the way she spoke too lightly, it all formed a picture. Something hidden, but poorly. She picked up her phone and began scrolling through it. "Are you jealous?" she asked, raising an eyebrow. "No," he replied, his voice like ice. "Just finished." That's when the first crack appeared. Not fear, not regret, just irritation. Like he'd just interrupted her plans for the night. "Don't be dramatic," she muttered, wandering off into the living room. She didn't even pretend anymore. And that's what hurt the most. She didn't care that he knew. She didn't care at all. Noah remained in the kitchen, dragging his fingers along the smooth grain of the granite counter. The television continued to scream in the background, a sitcom, full of fake laughter and empty words. Elise curled up on the couch, faintly smiling as she scrolled through her phone, as if nothing had changed. Then his phone vibrated. A message from an unknown number lit up the screen. You deserve to know what's really going on. His breath caught. He stared at the message for a moment, then quickly typed. Who is this? No reply. That night, he climbed the stairs alone. The bedroom smelled of her usual lavender lotion, but beneath it lingered something unfamiliar. He knelt beside her gym bag tucked into the corner and unzipped it. Inside he found a pair of high heels, a lipstick he didn't recognize, a phone charger, and a folded hotel receipt. Room 504, West Side Inn. 2 nights ago. 1 king bed. He walked downstairs and placed the receipt gently on the coffee table in front of her. She didn't even flinch. You went through my stuff, she said in a flat voice. That's what you took from this? She let out a long, tired sigh, too rehearsed to be real. It's not what you think. You needed space. I just didn't want to be alone while you were gone, she said, voice tight. That's it. And Travis, he said he needed some space, too. The way her jaw clenched told Noah everything her words were trying to hide. You've been reading my messages, she accused sharply. No, he replied calmly. He was in the background of that group photo. The one you edited for Instagram. You cropped him out, but not well enough. Sloppy. Her expression shifted from mild irritation to open disdain. No guilt. No apology. You're pathetic, she spat, rising to her feet. People grow apart. And yeah, sometimes they cheat along the way. It's not a tragedy. It's just life. She stormed out. Noah didn't try to stop her. That night, sleep never arrived. At exactly 3:12 a.m., another message lit up his phone. He's not the only one. How many? Noah typed. 3, that I know of. Travis, and the guy she sees every Thursday. By sunrise, Noah had made his decision. The next morning, Elise strolled into the kitchen as if the world hadn't just cracked in two. You're up early, she said lightly, sipping coffee, cool and composed. Noah handed her an envelope. Inside, photographs, credit card slips, and a handwritten letter from the wife of one of her flings. She scanned the contents without flinching. You can't make me leave, she said flatly. This house is mine, too. It's ours, Noah said steadily. And I covered every bill while you snuck around with Travis, Paul, and your Thursday guy. She rolled her eyes. You're being ridiculous. No, he replied. I'm just finally done pretending. She packed her bags around 1:45 that afternoon, slung them over her shoulder, put on her sunglasses, and walked out without a glance back. As she stepped through the door, she muttered something under her breath about him being dramatic. The days after were quiet, but not in any way peaceful. The silence in the house felt loaded with everything left unspoken. Her perfume still lingered on the bed linens. Her coffee mug remained unwashed in the sink. Her Netflix profile hovered like a ghost on the TV screen every time he turned it on. Then he found it. Hidden beneath a tangle of scarves in the dresser drawer, another phone. Still charged, still active. A message thread was open. See, can't stop thinking about last time. Thursdays are ours. He's too dull to notice anything. Those words hit harder than any argument could. They shattered whatever small part of him had still been hoping. The next day, her sister Lauren called. Is everything okay between you two? You tell me, Noah answered. There was a pause on the line. Then Lauren exhaled softly. She mentioned Travis, she said finally. Told me she was just trying to figure herself out. Noah repeated the words, bitter. By burning down everything we built? Later that day, Elise returned. Same hoodie. Same sunglasses. Same defensive posture. We need to talk, she said at the doorway. Noah didn't move. I think we should take a break, she continued carefully. Maybe try couples therapy. No, he cut in. You're not looking to fix anything. You just want to ease the guilt. But you threw it all away long before today. He turned and walked out of the room. No explosive argument. No final fight. Just silence. An ending. In the days that followed, Noah began reclaiming what was his. He contacted a lawyer. Started the legal process. In her jewelry box, he discovered more memory cards, hidden like secrets. Images of hotel rooms, intimate selfies, videos, lingerie he'd never seen, laughter that never belonged to him. And with that, it was over. No screaming. No weeping. Just the soft sound of a door closing behind him. As he stepped into a quieter, stronger life of his own.